We often chase wealth as if it's some glittering prize locked in the vault of the future. We toil, we strategize, and we obsess, thinking that when we have enough, we will finally feel complete. But I got rich when I realized something profound. I was already holding the treasure chest, and it had been with me all along. Wealth is often misunderstood as the accumulation of possessions, money, or tangible assets. However, true wealth is not a matter of what you own, but how you perceive and engage with the world around you. This shift in understanding transforms the pursuit of external success into an inner journey of awareness and gratitude. When you begin to see wealth as a state of mind rather than a balance sheet, life itself becomes an endless source of riches. Consider this: material wealth is inherently limited. A house, a car, or a sum of money can only fulfill certain needs or desires, and their value is fleeting. Possessions can be lost, damaged, or outgrown. Even the thrill of acquiring something new fades quickly, leaving you yearning for the next thing. This cycle of seeking and dissatisfaction often leads to a sense of emptiness, no matter how much you own. By contrast, wealth as a perspective is infinite, because it is rooted in how you experience life rather than what you accumulate. Your perspective determines your sense of abundance. A person with little but a grateful heart can feel immensely wealthy, while someone surrounded by luxuries may feel impoverished if they are consumed by comparison, envy, or fear of loss. Wealth as perspective invites you to step out of the mindset of scarcity and see the abundance that already surrounds you. It's the difference between looking at the ocean and lamenting that you don't own it, versus marveling at its beauty and feeling enriched by its existence. This perspective shift begins with the realization that external things do not create fulfillment, they only reflect it. A meal shared with loved ones, a walk in nature, or a moment of stillness can hold more richness than the most extravagant material possessions. When you stop seeking happiness in things and start finding joy in moments, you understand that true wealth is always available. Moreover, perspective transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Difficulties often feel like setbacks when viewed from a lens of scarcity, but they can become invaluable lessons when seen through the lens of abundance. A lost job might feel like devastation at first, but it can also open the door to a new career path that aligns more closely with your passions. The same event, interpreted differently, can either impoverish or enrich your life. Wealth as perspective also liberates you from the need to constantly prove your worth. In a culture that equates success with possession, many people feel pressured to measure up. But when you embrace the idea that wealth is a matter of how you see and feel rather than what you own, you step off the treadmill of comparison. You realize that your value is inherent and that life itself is an extraordinary gift. In the end, wealth as perspective is not about denying the importance of material needs, but about recognizing that the deepest riches are found within. When you align your view with gratitude, presence, and connection, you discover a boundless source of wealth that no possession can ever provide. The present moment is often overlooked in the rush to achieve, plan, and relive experiences, but it holds the key to the deepest treasures of life. While our minds frequently dwell in the past or race toward the future, the truth is that everything we truly value, joy, peace, connection, and fulfillment, exists only in the here and now. The present moment is not just a fleeting point in time, it is a vast treasure chest, brimming with riches waiting to be discovered if only we stop and look. Life unfolds in the present. The past is but a memory, a collection of stories we tell ourselves, and the future is a projection, an imagined landscape that may never come to be. Yet we spend so much of our energy revisiting what has been or worrying about what might be that we miss the immediacy of life as it is. The present moment is not just where life happens, it is life itself. To realize this is to uncover a wealth that transcends material possessions or external accomplishments. In the present moment, we find clarity. When you pause to truly experience the here and now, the mental noise of regrets and anxieties begins to fade. This clarity allows you to see things as they are, unclouded by the distortions of fear or desire. It reveals the simple beauty in everyday occurrences: a soft breeze, a kind word, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These are treasures that exist not in some distant dream, but right here, accessible at any moment. The present moment also holds the power of connection. When you are fully present, you engage with others and the world in a way that is authentic and profound. A conversation becomes more than an exchange of words, it becomes a meeting of minds and hearts. A shared meal transforms into a celebration of togetherness. By being present, you enrich your relationships, creating bonds that are far more meaningful than those formed through distracted interactions. Moreover, the present moment is where creativity and inspiration arise. When you immerse yourself in the now, free from the constraints of past failures or future expectations, your mind opens to possibilities. Artists, writers, and innovators often describe their moments of brilliance as coming from a state of deep presence of flow where time seems to disappear and the treasure of pure creation emerges. Living in the present moment also cultivates gratitude. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Instead of chasing a better tomorrow, you begin to appreciate the fullness of today. Each moment, no matter how ordinary it seems, becomes a jewel in the treasure chest of life. The challenge is that the present moment often goes unnoticed because it is so familiar. We take it for granted, assuming it will always be there. But to truly embrace it requires mindfulness and intention. It means letting go of distractions, stepping out of autopilot, and awakening to the richness of now. When you recognize the present moment as the treasure chest, you no longer seek fulfillment in distant goals or possessions. Instead, you realize that the treasures you've been searching for have been with you all along. Life becomes an endless unfolding of riches, each moment offering something new and precious to discover. In this awareness, you find a wealth that no amount of striving could ever achieve. Attachment to material success often promises fulfillment, yet it can lead to an impoverishment far deeper than financial struggle or poverty of the soul. This is not to say that achieving success or acquiring material wealth is inherently wrong, but the danger lies in becoming overly attached to these things, equating them with personal worth or ultimate happiness. When material success becomes the sole measure of a life well lived, it leaves little room for the deeper, intangible riches that truly nourish the human spirit. Material success, by its nature, is external. It is defined by societal benchmarks, wealth, status, possessions, and accolades. These external markers are enticing because they offer a sense of security and validation. However, the attachment to them often creates an insatiable hunger. The more you acquire, the more you want, and the goalpost keeps shifting. A person may achieve one milestone only to feel unfulfilled and compelled to chase the next. This perpetual cycle of striving and dissatisfaction stems from the false belief that happiness lies in having more. This attachment can create a profound disconnect from the self. When your identity becomes tied to material success, you risk losing sight of who you are beyond your achievements. You may begin to see yourself as valuable only when you're winning, by society's standards, which breeds insecurity and fear of failure. The soul, which craves authenticity and connection, becomes starved when buried under the weight of external expectations and comparisons. Moreover, attachment to material success often distracts from the present moment. Life becomes a series of if-only scenarios. If only I get that promotion, buy that house, or reach that income level, then I will be happy. This mindset pulls you out of the richness of now and places your sense of fulfillment perpetually out of reach. Meanwhile, the moments that truly matter, relationships, personal growth, simple joys, are neglected or overshadowed by the relentless pursuit of more. This attachment can also erode relationships. When material success becomes the priority, people are often treated as means to an end, rather than valued for who they are. Time that could be spent nurturing meaningful connections is sacrificed in the name of ambition. Over time, this creates a loneliness that no amount of wealth can cure. The soul, which thrives on love and connection, suffers in isolation. True wealth lies in freedom, the freedom to be yourself, to love and be loved, to find joy in the present, and to live with purpose. When you release your attachment to material success, you begin to see that your worth is not tied to what you own or achieve, but to the essence of who you are. This shift allows the soul to flourish, revealing a depth of richness that material possessions alone can never provide. By focusing on the inner treasures of gratitude, presence, and connection, you cultivate a life of genuine abundance. When material success becomes a tool rather than a master, you unlock the freedom to live authentically and meaningfully, nourishing the soul instead of impoverishing it. Interconnection is the currency of life, a truth often overlooked in the pursuit of individuality and self-sufficiency. At the heart of existence lies a web of relationships that binds all living beings, experiences, and phenomena together. Understanding and embracing this interconnection reveals the true richness of life, far surpassing any material wealth or isolated achievements. It reminds us that no one thrives in isolation, and the value of life emerges from the intricate dance of connection. From the smallest cell in the body to the vast ecosystems of the planet, interconnection is evident everywhere. A tree does not grow alone. It relies on sunlight, water, soil, and even the microorganisms that nourish its roots. Similarly, a human life is a tapestry woven from countless threads of relationships, family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. Every person, action, and moment is linked to something greater, creating a vast network where the energy of life flows. When you recognize this interconnection, life takes on new meaning. The successes and failures of others no longer feel distant. They become part of a shared human story. This awareness fosters empathy and compassion, breaking down barriers of separation. You begin to see that helping others enriches not just them, but also yourself. Acts of kindness ripple through the network, creating waves of positive impact that often return to you in unexpected ways. In this sense, interconnection becomes the currency that fuels emotional and spiritual abundance. Interconnection also underscores the idea that every action matters. What you do, no matter how small, influences the whole. A smile offered to a stranger, a word of encouragement, or even the way you treat the environment has far-reaching consequences. This realization is both empowering and humbling. It shifts the focus from individual gain to collective well-being, reminding us that true success lies in contributing to the greater good. On a deeper level, interconnection challenges the illusion of separateness that often dominates modern life. Society tends to emphasize individualism, encouraging people to build walls around their identities, possessions, and ambitions. However, this mindset can lead to loneliness, competition, and a sense of alienation. When you view life through the lens of interconnection, these walls dissolve, and you begin to see yourself as part of a larger whole. This perspective brings a profound sense of belonging and purpose, as you realize that your existence is intertwined with the entire universe. Interconnection is not only emotional and spiritual, but also practical. In a globalized world, economies, cultures, and ecosystems are deeply linked. The choices made in one corner of the world can have significant effects elsewhere. Acknowledging this interconnectedness encourages responsibility and cooperation, as it becomes clear that no one can truly prosper at the expense of others. Sustainability, justice, and equity emerge as natural priorities when we understand the shared nature of life. Moreover, interconnection teaches us resilience. In times of struggle, it is the support of others that helps us rise again. Whether it's a comforting word from a friend, the wisdom of a mentor, or the kindness of a stranger, these connections remind us that we are never truly alone. By fostering and nurturing relationships, we create a safety net that sustains us through life's challenges. Nature offers a perfect metaphor for this truth. In a forest, trees are connected by a network of underground fungi that allows them to share nutrients and warn each other of dangers. Similarly, human relationships, when built on trust and care, become the channels through which we share strength, wisdom, and love. This interconnected web is the foundation of life's abundance. Recognizing interconnection transforms how we live. It shifts our focus from competition to collaboration, from taking to giving, and from isolation to unity. It teaches us that the richness of life is not in what we hoard, but in what we share. When you live with the awareness that every being and experience is part of the same vast web, you tap into an inexhaustible source of meaning, joy, and fulfillment. Interconnection truly is the currency of life. And when you spend it wisely, the rewards are limitless. Gratitude is one of the most transformative attitudes a person can adopt, and it has the extraordinary power to multiply wealth not in the material sense alone, but in all aspects of life. When we think of wealth, we often imagine money, possessions, or status, but gratitude reshapes their perception, revealing that true wealth is a state of being. It turns what we have into enough and shows us that abundance is less about accumulation and more about appreciation. At its core, gratitude shifts our focus. Instead of dwelling on what we lack or desire, it brings attention to what we already have. This simple act of acknowledgement has profound effects on how we perceive the world. A person without gratitude may live in a mansion but feel impoverished because they constantly crave more. Conversely, a person with gratitude can find richness in the smallest blessings, a kind word, a shared meal, or the beauty of a sunset. Gratitude multiplies wealth by magnifying the value of what is already present in our lives. This magnification doesn't stop at material things, it extends to relationships, experiences, and personal growth. When you express gratitude for the people around you, you deepen your connections with them. A heartfelt thank you can strengthen bonds, foster trust, and create a sense of belonging. These enriched relationships are treasures that far outweigh any financial gain. Similarly, when you appreciate your experiences, even challenging ones, you begin to see the lessons and opportunities they offer. This perspective turns obstacles into stepping stones, multiplying your emotional and spiritual wealth. Gratitude also has a compounding effect. Like a seed planted in fertile soil, it grows and spreads. When you practice gratitude, it influences your attitude, making you more positive, open, and generous. These qualities attract others who share similar values, creating a cycle of mutual appreciation and support. In this way, gratitude not only multiplies the wealth within you, but also fosters abundance in your external environment. Moreover, gratitude alters how you approach life. It transforms mundane moments into meaningful ones. A simple cup of tea becomes a source of comfort. A walk in the park becomes a moment of awe. And a conversation with a loved one becomes a cherished memory. This heightened awareness of life's richness reduces the urge to chase after superficial goals and helps you focus on what truly matters. As a result, you feel wealthier because you see and experience the value in everything around you. Gratitude also enhances mental and physical well-being, which are forms of wealth often overlooked. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude reduces stress, improves sleep, and boosts overall happiness. These benefits create a positive feedback loop. The better you feel, the more grateful you become. And the more grateful you are, the better you feel. This cycle is a powerful form of wealth multiplication, one that enriches not only your mind and body, but also your ability to engage with the world. Interestingly, gratitude has a ripple effect. When you express it, you inspire others to do the same. Acknowledging someone's kindness or efforts not only uplifts them, but often motivates them to extend kindness to others. This chain reaction spreads positivity, creating a network of abundance that benefits everyone involved. In this sense, gratitude multiplies wealth not only for the individual practicing it, but for entire communities. Lastly, gratitude cultivates a mindset of sufficiency. It teaches you that wealth is not about having everything, but about appreciating what you have. This realization reduces the constant striving and stress associated with seeking more. Instead, you find contentment and peace, which are treasures that no amount of money can buy. From this place of sufficiency, you can give freely your time, energy, or resources without fear of loss. Paradoxically, this generosity often brings even more into your life, further multiplying your wealth. Gratitude transforms life from a pursuit of what's missing to an appreciation of what's present. It unlocks a treasure trove of joy, connection, and fulfillment that far exceeds the limits of material success. By simply acknowledging the wealth already around and within you, gratitude becomes a force that not only multiplies, but also sustains true abundance. True wealth is the freedom to live authentically, express yourself fully, and exist without the confines of societal expectations or material dependencies. While many equate wealth with financial security, possessions, or status, these external measures pale in comparison to the profound richness of inner freedom. True wealth is not about what you have, it's about who you are and your ability to live a life aligned with your values, passions, and essence. It is a state of liberation where you are unshackled from fear, pretense, and the relentless need to prove your worth. At its heart, the freedom to be begins with self-acceptance. In a world that often pressures individuals to conform, it can be a radical act to embrace yourself as you are. This includes your strengths, flaws, dreams, and even your uncertainties. When you free yourself from the burden of seeking validation or fitting into predefined molds, you unlock the ability to live authentically. This authenticity is the foundation of true wealth, as it allows you to navigate life with integrity and peace of mind, knowing that you are honoring your truest self. The freedom to be also means liberation from fear of judgment, failure, or loss. These fears can act as invisible chains, holding you back from pursuing what truly matters to you. Many people live their lives in quiet resignation, trapped by the expectations of others or the desire to maintain appearances. But when you release these fears, you discover a boundless sense of possibility. You become willing to take risks, embrace change, and follow your passions. knowing that your worth is not tied to outcomes but to your courage to live fully. True wealth also lies in the ability to be present. Modern life often pulls us in multiple directions, filling our days with distractions and our minds with worries. The freedom to be means reclaiming the present moment as your home. It is the ability to sit with yourself, experience life as it unfolds, and find joy in the simple act of being. This presence creates a sense of abundance that no external achievement can match because it roots you in the richness of now. Moreover, the freedom to be includes the space to explore and grow. Life is a journey of self-discovery, and true wealth lies in the opportunities to learn, create, and evolve. When you are free to follow your curiosity and passions, you experience life not as a series of obligations, but as an unfolding adventure. This freedom brings a sense of fulfillment that transcends material gains as it aligns your actions with your deeper purpose. The freedom to be also extends to how you relate to others. When you are secure in yourself, you can connect with others authentically and without pretense. This openness enriches your relationships, fostering deeper bonds based on mutual respect and understanding. You are no longer driven by the need to impress or manipulate. Instead, you engage with others from a place of genuine connection. These relationships, built on honesty and trust, become a source of immense wealth, nurturing your soul in ways that material success cannot. Financial independence can play a role in this freedom, but it is not the ultimate goal. Money is a tool that can provide opportunities and remove certain constraints, but it is not the essence of wealth. Many wealthy individuals are still trapped by their possessions, their reputations, or their relentless drive for more. Conversely, some of the happiest and most fulfilled people are those who live simply yet freely, unburdened by the need to accumulate or impress. Ultimately, true wealth is the ability to live in alignment with your inner truth. It is the freedom to say yes to what brings you joy and no to what doesn't serve you. It is the courage to pursue your dreams, the presence to savor each moment, and the authenticity to be unapologetically yourself. This freedom to be is the most precious treasure of all, for it allows you to live not as a prisoner of circumstances, but as the creator of your own life. In this freedom lies the essence of true wealth, a richness that no external force can take away.